Because
million
if I
too.
no, actually I take that back. The Power 10 prom,
Oh
smooth.
yeah, proms.
If you in here, the venue that because I couldn't do the prom I was supposed to be doing, and
Okay.
they asked for a certain coverage that covered your vehicle. So the coverage ended up
So crazy.
being happened to be like almost $1 million worth of coverage or something like
Hmm.
that. I could
Yeah,
be wrong,
it's somewhere
but
up there though.
I
That's
was like,
pretty
yo, are
accurate.
you kidding me? Like if somebody backs into my stuff, that's not on me. It's just one of those things where I was like, they're just
It's
trying to cover their tail
yes.
as well as us cover ours. I'm 50-50 with it. I like it, but I hate it at the same
I
time.
understand it. I won't say I like it as a vendor, I guess, or a provider of service. Like I get it from a business venue owner perspective. Let's see.
There it is. Now I'm gonna apologize because I'm posting the link through one entity of what I'm using, and apparently a couple of people are not seeing it. I'm gonna try to text you guys that link. So I know Bomb is trying to come in, and whomever else I think Mr. Gales is trying to come in. I'm gonna try
Yeah,
offline to get you guys the link so
help
you can
them
pop
out.
it in. All right, let's hit the shout out to DJ Folly. Let's hit the
I,
next question.
you got one in the chat? You want to just throw one?
Matter of fact, on you, Mr. Hammer. Go
I
ahead.
ain't got nothing, man. I was just matter of fact, I like this one. My eyes just came across it. How do you handle difficult crowds or low energy at an event? I think that's a good one. Come on, chat, chime in. What you thinking? We
Mm.
got a lot of DJs in here while they think about their answer to make it politically correct or whatever.
Wait,
I'll say the low energy crowds. Somebody like Marcj can get the crowd going. Yo, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. When you hit the microphone, it's one of those. The crowd can be as dead as possible. Now, I'm not a mic person, but the crowd can be as dead as possible. And as soon as he starts talking to the crowd, it kind of brings the crowd into it. So I
Yeah.
guess I have to learn this as well to bring the crowd to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's kind of like the early night of DJing. So whenever you start
Yeah.
somewhere, it's not gonna be packed. It's gonna be you got to play you know your song that you ain't gonna play later on in the night during the climax. You're just sitting there playing around. You might find songs that you ain't heard in a while.
That's
Throw
a
something
fact.
in there that might bring them. Oh, I forgot
That.
about this song. But
Mm-hmm.
you got to bring the crowd to you. And Marcj does it, and I don't know how he do it. I'm still trying to learn his techniques, but it's one of those things where when you can draw the crowd into you, and then they then you engage them and you bring them on there, they right there with you. Then boom, now you can get into your DJ
That's all you
set.
need.
Yeah, that's all you need. But as far as somebody like me that doesn't get on the microphone, I don't know. I ain't gonna lie to you. I be hoping and praying. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna throw this on real quick and see if it works.
Yeah,
All right, I'm gonna take it back real quick. I might throw some oldies on real quick and
that worked.
see what everybody working with. I'm just gonna bounce around and see what gets the crowd going. You know what I'm saying? That song I play might be like a 1 minute long. It might
Yeah.
be that person's favorite song, and that's why they complaining about we only play it for like 1 minute, but it ain't get the whole crowd going. So I'm trying to figure out
No,
where I'm trying to be at within the next 30 minutes and then go from there.
I get that. What you
you,
think, Mark?
you know,
Besides,
Showtime was on the mic on Saturday. I heard it.
see, look,
I
they be
heard
capping, man.
it.
Come up here and just lie to the
Hey,
people.
Hey,
stop.
look, I don't know if y'all heard me the other day though. Well, I posted on Facebook. I said, man, look, I was on the microphone for RJ, right?
Yeah.
If I get the microphone, if I'm drinking, take it from me. If you
Hey,
see me with
that's
the
part
mic in
of
my
it.
hand when I've been sipping, take the mic from me.
Look, you gotta know.
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I was having a good old time Saturday night.
You were. I enjoy myself. I mean, me is just a part of what
Yeah,
I
Mark. Yeah, how's that work, man?
and I just don't.
Because
But
it
I think,
happens.
yeah. Well, I mean, I just think, um, and no shade to anybody that doesn't talk on the mic. That's just instilled in me. I guess y'all know my story. At first, I wasn't, and then somebody pointed out to me,
Yep.
and then watching people like DJ Cool, um, um, Kid Capri, you know, I'll say Crush Groovy. You
Yeah.
can tell there's a different entertainment value that you get no matter what songs you play. If
When you
you
engage.
when you engage, people directly, eye contact when you walking in the room. Hey, what's up, man? Shout out to DJ Hammer. That's
Like
my
we
dude.
said, man.
My man Showtime coming through with with the got daggone motorcycle boots on.
Mhm.
People feel you and they
Hey, leave my boots out of it.
hey, I was just saying, my brother. That's just something I would say on the
It's a
microphone,
fact,
my
Bobby.
brother. And that's that is what it is. Hammer, are you a mic person, my brother?
I guess is that what it is called now? I like personally, like that's just what, like you said, I learned doing it, like as a professional. Like I didn't really have an MC. I wasn't going with a whole bunch of promoters that had an MC they wanted booked. It was like, if you want to be in these spaces, you have to find out a way to entertain and engage crowds. Like I wasn't always doing back-to-back sets. It was a lot of 5-hour sets that were just solely DJ. Like this is a club night, you carry the night. You take them where you want to go. You don't got an MC. You got to figure it out. And it only take half of one of those nights for it not to be vibing and jumping for you to be like, all right, we gotta try something. We gonna talk to the people. You know what I mean? Got a little echo.
Yeah, you got to step out your comfort zone every now and then. Like you can't be a stagnant DJ. And I tell any of the new DJs that come on, like whatever you used to, get rid of it because you got to be able to step out of your comfort zone. You got to adapt to your surroundings. You got to try something new here and there to see if it worked, or you're gonna fail sometimes. But
I mean, you
sometimes it might
should.
work.
You
Yeah,
should
it's
fail
gonna work
if
sometimes.
you're actually out here doing things and really trying to develop and
Yeah.
progress as a
So that's like
DJ. Like, yeah, it happens.
me on the mic. It's like I'm watching Marcj do it. Debonair does it here and there, and I'm like, man, I like the way he bring in the next song, or he engages the crowd to bring in the next song, and they're
Yeah.
still right there. So I'm still adapting and learning to that. Like I'm trying it. It might work. To me, it might be working. I don't know. Saturday I was feeling good, so it felt like it was working.
It
But
must have been.
but
Gotta get used to it. Gotta get used to it. And
That's
yeah,
then
it.
there's something you gotta get used to, man.
And crowds will be different every time.
That's
yeah.
one of
You
those. Hey, look, shout out to the old heads on this one because y'all got me trying some new stuff.
Well, and then like in to a lot of people's credit, not last week, the week before last, you can't overtalk it and you have to say the right things at the right time.
Yeah.
Because
There is methods to it.
yeah, it's learned, and
Come on.
I'm just I guess I don't know. I'm gonna say blessed to kind of
Folks coming to kick it.
yeah.
What we doing?
And shout out to DJ Bomb. Shout out to DJ Travis Gales.
DJ Travis Gales in the building.
And I want y'all while y'all are in here, you number one, everybody, all 5 people that I have, make sure y'all post y'all's information in the chat because we didn't do that, but we need to know, or people need to know who you guys are and if they want. Matter of fact, once y'all post y'all's information, please follow these people. Follow. Just
going on? Blend Masters in the building.
Steve in the building. Let's
dang, boss.
move on to the next. But matter of fact, hold on, Travis.
Yeah,
Mr. Gales.
Hey, how's it going?
What's
you
up?
mentioned there was some echo.
Oh, you good now? No, you good now.
How y'all fellas doing?
We doing well, man. How you?
That's great. That's great. I'm glad I got a chance to find the time to hang out with y'all because I usually have you on.
Come on.
When I usually DJ on Tuesday nights, and usually I usually have it on watching y'all while I'm DJing on Tuesday nights. But they moved me to Thursday, so I had a free night. So I hit Mark up. I said, man, I want to sit in with y'all tonight and vibe with y'all.
Hey, welcome to DJ's Talk, man. Glad we can
have
you.
Thank you guys very much.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
And while we have you front and center, every Sunday, Travis, it's the DJ software tech talk. Every Sunday morning, I get a notification when I'm rolling over from a gig, and all I do is cut the headphones on and listen and chime in because he has a show. And I'll let you tell him a little bit about that show. Please. And I think you're gearing towards the YouTube channel as well. Go ahead, talk to him a little bit about that.
Okay, well, I don't know if anyone else is a member of DJ Software and Tech Talk. Is a Facebook group of DJs, and It started right when all the movement of groups, about 6 or 7 years ago, and a guy by the name of DJ Cool J Roberts, he started the group, and I had been bounced around to a lot of groups and on Facebook, and I got sort of frustrated because all the conversation in the groups was always about being a wedding DJ, and I myself wasn't a wedding DJ. I consider myself an artist, and whenever the discussion or conversation would turn into being an artist versus being a service DJ, I would get a lot of troll and pushback, and so uh, the group we're in right now, Andre allowed me to be myself, and I didn't have to worry about the trollers coming through saying that club DJs don't make as much money as wedding DJs, and so I started writing a book about DJs who consider themselves artists. And what I mean by artists, you are either a mixtape, a mix show artist, radio DJ, club DJ, festival DJ, or you're a producer.
Got it.
And so sometimes when you join these groups on Facebook, nobody discusses that type of lifestyle or that type of interest. It's always about weddings and birthdays and corporate events. And as soon as you say, well, I like doing bars, you get your head cut off. Or you say, hey, I like making mix, it's like, hey, I DJ for the love, or I DJ, for whatever reason other than doing a wedding. And so anyway, I wrote a book, a pamphlet, and then I use that platform to promote it. And then the show that I do on Sundays that Mark talked about is me rehearsing my YouTube channel presentation that I've already started, but I haven't went all in yet. So I'm going to post a link where you can go to my YouTube channel where I talk about the lifestyle of being an artist. And if you follow me on my Instagram, on my YouTube channel, you'll see that if you're interested in being a mixtape artist, like Kid Capri, or a festival DJ, or or a radio DJ, mix show, a club DJ, or a DJ that's a producer, then that's kind of where my focus is.
Awesome.
And post that YouTube channel if you would, Mr. Travis Gales.
Oh yeah,
we'll do that.
Just join the group.
DJ Debonair. Post your website. Hammer, post your website. Showtime, post your website. Bomb, post your website. Post your promo material, because this is one thing I've learned, and DJs are still checking in. Shout out to G Money. People are watching during and even after. So the information that you have in the text stream is so very important, because if they can't get in contact with you, they can't get in contact with you.
I posted mine in our chat. I can't post it on the other chat.
I got you, brother.
Yeah, I'm gonna post mine on Facebook.
You see it?
Okay, yeah, just post that information.
All right. I got you. Boom.
Now, DJ Bomb.
What's up?
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold myself personally responsible for introducing you. And this is why. Because you are a Fleet DJ.
Hey.
The Coalition of DJs, Fleet DJ, shout out to Fleet DJs. And this young lady has so much freaking energy. DJ, it is ridiculous. Hammer.
Hey,
Hammer
I love to hear that. I'm a fan of the E.
Love to see y'all together. And it's just crazy. And I give credit where credit is due. To energize a crowd, and this is to separate you from the music, just the energy which brings people to the music, which is so very important to what we do. Hammer, what's your insight on DJ energy? Because I know you can give it to him.
DJ energy, like, I think for me personally, and I can only speak for me, like every gig, I don't care, man, 20,000. Like, you're gonna get the full authentic me. Like, I'm here to party. Like, I'm not just here because you hired me for a gig. I'm here because you're having a party and wanted me to be a part of that party. So I party with my group. I don't care who it is. Like weddings, bars, clubs, retirees clubs. I party with my people. You will see me off stage, probably in the crowd doing some type of line dance with somebody, just because that energy is contagious. Back to the lack of energy at events, like I don't really deal with that because I'll put on a slide or a line dance and be out there with one other person's auntie or grandma, and we gonna be out there dancing, and now everybody's like, oh, it's cool to dance. Like it ain't a place where you can't dance. Like, oh, nobody's looking at me like, oh, we don't dance in here. What is he doing? Like, I think that's the key. Like knowing what you're there to accomplish with or without the crowd buying in up front. That's it.
All fact. All fact.
Anybody out there that has not seen DJ Hammer DJ in person, everything that he said, that is 110% accurate when he is behind the ones and twos. When we DJed together for the first time, I'm like, who is this? Sit down somewhere.
Literally that. I'm like, I can't. We working.
You said that about me too, didn't you?
I did. Now, I bet, and y'all 2, 3, 4, 5 that I have on this set right here. I'm gonna ask you, do y'all think that takes you over and beyond the average DJ that doesn't have that particular element of entertainment? What do y'all think the advantage is? I want to,
I'll go
hear
last.
from y'all.
I'm gonna go last.
Okay.
Because we got guests.
Bomb, talk to me.
I've been to several events where I've DJed with other DJs, and it's always been, how you expect me to follow that up? Like the energy that I bring now is like, well, we got to match your energy. It's like, we hit like Cameron said, we here for a good time. We're here to dance. I feel like you have to give some energy off to the crowd.
Yeah.
You have to, because that seeing everybody interact, well, maybe not everybody, but you got your auntie and grandma and myself on the floor dancing. That makes me know that I did my job. Mm-hmm. If there's nobody out there on the floor, if it's dead, I have a problem with that.
It's a personal thing.
Yeah, I take it personal. Like, what could I have done? What should, you know what? Let me, that it hurts my feelings to see a dead party. I cannot stand it. That's my biggest issue with DJing these younger parties.
I feel that. You
standing on your phone. You gotta have that energy. We gotta bring it out. So if I gotta get on the floor with me and one other person, do the same old 2-step. I'm about to just last Saturday, I taught folks how to do the electric slide. Next person.
That's the engagement. Yeah.
Wait, you still teaching electric slide? They don't know that by now?
Nope.
I don't know the electric slide.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do the wobble, the electric slide, the Jerusalem.
I myself am a believer in dancing at your event. I'm not even a good dancer, but there was about 5, maybe 4 years ago when the Jerusalem came out, and somebody asked me to play it. And you hate to play a line dance and nobody knows the line dance. It's frustrating. And I just so happens I knew the Jerusalem dance because it kind of just came out, and I was and I loved it so much that when I played it, I had to show the people how to do it.
I got you right.
And when I did it, the crowd got into it, and I'm still getting calls from people who was at that wedding that say, Travis, I was at Joe's, I think it was, I can't remember his name, Eric's wedding, and you came out and danced. And I'm still getting, because once you do one party, you get your word of mouth just kicks in.
That's it.
And I am a true believer in at least one time during the night, whether it's a line dance or it's the grandma or it's some pretty chick, you got to dance at least one time, and you'll be surprised that they will remember you from that.
Yes.
Even if you're not a good dancer.
100%.
I think me personally, I just think it's a little bit different. Now on weddings, I always tell brides and grooms, number one, the crowd's going to match your energy. If you out there, they're going to be out there. But if you at the bar or you outside in the whatever area, they, so, but I'd let them know that, because sometimes for real, no matter what you do, no matter what your music vibe is, depending on the setup of the room. Like, say for instance, at the John Marshall, I posted when the floor was packed. But everybody, if you look back on the video, like the most recent video, everybody was back there dancing, getting it in, not on the dance floor.
Yep.
But the energy, if you want, the energy just has to be matched by somebody. Hammer, you bringing the energy to Bomb, y'all bringing it in. I've seen it, and I'm learning from y'all.
I've had plenty moments where I'm nowhere, like I can't see the dance floor. Like I'm on the other side of a wall and the dance floor behind me. Like, yeah, so like there's a way to convey that energy. And lady walk over like, oh, I thought it was pre-recorded. I didn't know you were back here. Like things like that, because your energy still travels across the music. Like you don't gotta be seen all the time. They hear you, they feel you, for what I believe. I don't know, Debonair, what you feel about energy and conveying music like in hot crowds, man?
Well, you got to match it. I mean, me personally, I feed off the energy I'm getting from the floor, and that's it. So if I have like people that just sitting down, tapping their feet, having a good time, I really don't get into it as much as if I have a floor that's like really giving me that energy back. Good. I posted a short video from my wedding on Sunday. The energy was crazy. Yeah. I had mamas, I had grandmas, I had bride and groom, I had everybody out there giving me that energy, and that was the kickoff song. And from that point, it was like, okay, I'm going to match your energy, because if I match your energy, we're going to have a good time tonight. Yeah, that's it. So, and you don't have to go over the top. It's just for me, and like Marcj and Showtime, I don't do a lot of talking. I shut up and let the music play.
That's good.
I'm a technical mixer. I focus on the counting. I focus on when to bring stuff in, and but when I feel that energy, I know where to drop. Right. Like I said, I know where to bring that next song in that's going to maximize that energy on that the dance moment. So you got to bring the energy.
That's good.
I'm gonna pause for a second, because number one, that's one of my main homies right now. Yeah, and he's humble with it. He's very humble with it. Wedding DJ wise, again, we preach levels to this thing, and no matter who you are, there are levels to it. I don't care who you are. Even me, I'm still, again, continue to learn, and there are levels to it. Now, DJ Debonair, the words that he just spoke, he's one of the best wedding DJs out there, period, hands down. Has branched off from whatever company it was to where he is now. So I've tied myself to him because there's a lot of pro qualities that DJs can follow behind this guy. So you can be humble all you want to. I'm gonna give you your flowers right now,
as you should.
Okay, yeah, just an FYI, just an FYI, 100%. And then evolving into the South Beach thing that he does on Saturdays. You talk just enough. You do exactly what you need to do. Your technical ability is right there. So, again, flowers to you. Now, I will say that because I wanted to go into it. That versatility, everybody's not matching.
No,
I'm matching it. But no, everybody's not matching it. So I challenge the DJs to attach to the people, attach themselves to the people that they see right there on the screen. Not just me, whether it be Hammer, Showtime, but Travis Gale, Steve Anderson, Octane, attach yourself to professionals to excel your skill, to make more money, to do better things, to get your presentation right.
Increase the energy we're doing it with.
The energy. I mean,
we didn't just get here. What up, High Octane? Blend Masters in the building.
Quick, y'all said something that I preach all the time. Energy. My name came from energy. High Octane is high energy.
Yeah.
And that's what I do, because I'm mostly wedding DJ now. I used to do clubs. I don't do that stuff like I used to anymore. I do mostly wedding and corporate events. And I've seen my biggest tips come from me behind the turntables, giving that energy, dancing. The mamas looking at me for the brides, dads looking at me, getting to every song that I play.
Yeah.
They look at me, they come over and be like, look, they hand me an envelope, because they was like, I ain't never seen, they don't like the people to stand back there and just play the music, hit the buttons. They hate that. And, I try to preach that with all the people that I do music with or work with me in my company. Energy. if you don't have the energy, we not gonna really work out, because when people talk to me, it's mainly energy that I put out. My name says energy. Hammer, I ain't even gonna speak on him. He's just a ball. And when I first saw him the first time, I was like, Jesus, like this dude is like, you know, you can feel it in his soul. When people can feel you feel what you're doing.
That's it. That's a key. That's a huge key.
Yeah,
it's gotta be organic, like energy. Like, I'm here not for what you're paying me. I'm here not for what I can gain from this. I'm here because y'all are having a thing. I want to convey this love for music in your big moment the best I can, and people can sense that.
Yeah. Mark too. Mark used to do parties for me when I was like when I used to do these parties. Mark would be up there rocking. When a good song come up there, Mark J be up there rocking, doing his thing. That gives off energy. People love it.
Agreed, Neil.
I feel like it goes back to engaging the crowd, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, some people get on the microphone to engage the crowd. Me personally, I get out there on the dance floor because I'm not an MC. So therefore, my way of engaging the crowd, to getting the crowd involved and making an impact on that crowd, is for me to get out there and dance to a line dance, or, you know, I might get out there to some other songs too if I see somebody out there dancing. But like, it's part of crowd engagement, man. Like, that's every DJ needs some sort of crowd engagement to keep the crowd involved.
Say that one more time. Say that one more time.
Energized.
Say that one more time. Say that
every
one more time.
DJ
Say it one more time.
needs some form of crowd engagement to keep the crowd involved. Because, hey, look.
What we're talking about.
Look, we are the entertainment, though, aren't we? Aren't we the entertainment?
At the end of the day, we are entertainers. At the end of the day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Damn. Y'all
so we gotta
come say that again. One more time.
Crowd engaged, crowd involved.
Going through a conniption.
Say it for him,
dude. Listen. This is why I love other people jumping in, because number one, I can talk for days, but DJs are not just DJs. We are entertainers. People are paying you to entertain, not just to push buttons, not just to DJ. You can mix great, you can scratch great, but if you're not entertaining, then I ain't gonna say you shouldn't be getting paid, but know your entertainment value.
Yeah,
facts.
That's it.
That's it.
Don't expect the same value as an entertainer if you're not willing to entertain or step outside your comfort zone to do so. Like, we can talk about averages all day, but there's not going to be an across the board average for what you should make if you're not providing the same service or entertainment. It's impossible. You can try to grab onto that, but like, eventually it's going to weed itself out or split, because there's a difference between being there to give somebody an experience versus being there to just DJ.
And, you know, let's be honest, you know, DJs come in all shape, sizes, and personalities.
Yes, sir.
And, you know, that's why I tell my clients, you know, what are you looking for? And that way I can, if I'm a fit for you, I'm going to, you know, put my name in the hat. If I have another DJ in my camp that is closer to what you're looking for, I'll step back and I will book them. It's all about matching up the right DJ to the right event and what the expectations are. And that's it. So let me know what type of party you're looking for, and I'm going to assign the DJ that's going to give you that best result. And, you know, that's what it's about. You know, at the end of the day, we all have different skill sets. Again, like Showtime says, you know, we have different ways that we engage, but you got to match up. Like, for me, again, the club's different. A club, you're going to have like, a multitude of different personalities in a club. So, and, you know, you can't really please everybody, but we got to do the best we can to appeal to the masses. You know, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. So we got to make sure that playlist, that set list that we put together is going to reach the most people in that club and motivate the most people in that club. So, you know, that's why I say, you know, like, whenever I roll with Showtime or Marcj, we do a B2B, you know, based on the time of night, I know when I'm going to play Mark. I know when I'm going to play Showtime, because I know what y'all going to bring to the table. I'll warm up. I don't mind warming up and stepping back and let y'all bring us home, because I know the room.
I like that.
I know what they're expecting. So, you know.
I got a beautiful segue question off of that. Like, so with that, seeing as how we know what we come into the door with, we know how to bounce off of each other. We know based on the time of the night, when we're going to kind of move where we're moving. How do you improve your set list based off of knowing that? Like week in and week out, we DJ. So what do you do to change that? Because I hear a lot of people and a lot of keyboard warriors talk about how DJs play similar sets or everybody's doing the same thing. And Mark told me we don't break music no more. And and I'm just trying to find out, you know, what we do or what should we be doing or what you do specifically as guests. You know what I mean? Y'all do your thing. What do you do?
You have to take chances. You know, there's no reward without risk. So, you know, me personally, and I challenge those DJs that I interact with on a weekly basis. You know, I challenge them, play 5 to 7 different songs that you have not played in the past 3 weeks. Definitely include that in your set. So you're freshening it up. But let's be real. We know there are certain songs that we are going to have to play every week. We already know. Yes, in bars. You know, weddings is best, you know, something different. But in bars, we know every week we're gonna have to drop, you know, this song. We know No Hands is coming out. We know you know, we know
there's stuff,
you know you're wrong, you know. So
I get that.
How do y'all, I mean, what are your approach?
Anybody else?
Yeah.
Mark? You know, nothing? You don't break records no more?
It's hard, and it's a genre that I'm about to touch. I'm about to touch and test some things out. But again, like, and it's crazy because everyone here is talking with experience. Like when he said, you got to know where you're at, know your venue, and you just have to. You just have to, and you have to. I mean, if I'm going to a younger party, you know, I know what to touch. If I'm going to a club, I got to know, you know, what that radio stuff, it got to be, you know, bring it in, try to carry them somewhere, see where it goes, and so forth. And a wedding, you know, you playing your classics first, depending on the consultations that you've had with these people, then you know where to go with it, and you bouncing off of that, you know. So it's just different. But the experience gives you the analytical ability to say, this is what I need to do, you know. And I've said it before, I've never ever in life, all my years of DJing, pre-planned a playlist unless it was a wedding. I've never done it because I need to look you in your eyes, see where you going. If you going left with me, if you going right with me, or you going straight up, and we looking each other in the eyes, and I'm playing bam. And if it doesn't work, you know what? I'm doing something else. You know, so and that's real talk. I've never ever, I've never had a flash drive with a bunch of music on that I'm plugging in, trying to close the show out, whatever. I've never ever done that. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Now for me, I'm gonna put a little twist on that, Mark. I wouldn't necessarily say that I pre-plan my list, my playlist, but I do pre-plan. I do imagine myself being in situations, and I'll say, okay, if I'm doing a HBCU tailgate, then these are and tailgate might be next year.
Yep.
And I'll hear a song and I'll go, okay, this is a song for HBCU tailgate. And that playlist might sit for 2 years. And I'm still throwing songs in that playlist until I get to the A&T Central game. And that list is ready to go. Right. And it's the same way for, you know, a neo soul event that I haven't even thought about doing yet. Or Southern Soul, something that I rarely do. But if I hear I'm riding down the highway and I Shazam a Southern Soul song, I'll be at one of y'all events. Yeah. That song is gonna sit and marinate in a playlist for that moment. You know, for Bike Week or for, you know, or a jazz event or a dinner theater. So it's not like I'll say, okay, I got a wedding this week. Like tomorrow I got a grand opening, store grand opening. I got a playlist that I've been throwing songs in for the past 5 years just for that situation. You know, even though I don't know what I'm going to play tomorrow specifically, but I know if I'm in this grand opening, nobody's dancing. I'm just out on the curb in a parking lot, and it's going to be Mexicans walking by. It's going to be country people walking by. It's going to be the owner of the building walking by.
Yeah,
that playlist was pre-planned for that situation.
That's a great point, and I don't want people to miss that because, like, that alone goes back to doing your homework and organizing. Like, it's not about putting it in a playlist and using that playlist every time you go out. It's continuing to build your library or your crates or organizing your music, which we know we can never get to the end of. But if you continue to add music or remove music, or I don't know, even fix your beat grids so you can mix better. Like there's a lot of things that go into preparing and getting ready for events that isn't music directly. You know what I mean? Or isn't just improving your set list. Like there's ways to make you more efficient when you're in it that free you up to do more things. So I agree with you, Travis. Appreciate that.
I feel like as long as I have my stuff organized, I'm kind of like Mark. If I have my stuff organized, I can look at the crowd and figure out where I got to go. It's a couple of times I might stumble a little bit, like, I don't know what they want.
Mm-hmm.
But if my stuff is pretty organized, in which I need to work on more recently because I have been really busy, but
yeah,
if it's organized, I feel confident. When it's a little disorganized and a little bit, I'm going into something I really haven't done too much before, I might have to be a little apprehensive. However, you keep that library organized, you can kind of step into almost any situation and do what you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
Read the crowd.
Yeah,
but
that's good. It's like stepping on a field or a game with new shoes or somebody else's shoes. You know what I mean? Like you're not used to what it feels like to move this way or play this way or run this offense. Like the more, I guess, you prepare, the willingness to prepare, right?
Yep.
Action and reaction. That's how I look at it.
Anybody else got any improv set list stuff before Marcj closes out or get close to?
Well, me personally, I don't
play without the shot meter.
Come on, look, you got to know it before you can turn it off. For my gamers.
Yeah, I don't. Whenever I DJ, I don't come in with a set playlist. Like when me and Debonair did a B2B, or me and my other DJ Chasten or Freelo just did a B2B.
Turn off Freelo.
I tell them straight up, like, yo, you play what you want to play. I'm gonna match you. Like I'm following your energy. I can easily get into any set, whether it's country, whether it's hip hop, whether it's a pop event. I'm gonna follow suit because I got my library set up to where I can do that. It's called preparation.
Yep.
Now, it's kind of hard being an opening DJ because you don't want to play something you don't want to play something too early, or that DJ might not know that he might not know that you're gonna play that song, or he might have that song in his set. But me personally, I don't care what you play. If you open up for me, rock your set, rock it out, get your name out there. But when I come on, they call me Showtime for a reason. So I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna show out. So you can play what you want to play, but I might look.
Bars,
you know me, baby. Look, play. So
bars.
So
I'm humble. I'm humble though. I'm humble. I ain't doing that.
It boils down to knowing your music. You know, that's the first three rules of DJing. Know your music. Know your music. Know your music. You know, when we did the DJ takeover, where we had 5 DJs, you know, and I was last, so I knew everybody.
A lot of music going right.
So, man, we got 5 hours of music. I'm last. I know everybody's gonna play something that I already had in my mind. I was
planned.
So
you don't even know, Debonair.
Say what?
You don't even know.
So I'm just saying.
Marcj was on the microphone about to bring me on, and every song that I was about to play my first song of the night. Debonair was waiting. Oh, not Debonair. Marcj was waiting for to bring me on, right? The dude that was DJing before us, he played every single song that I was about to play first. So I had to keep switching. I was like, all right, dang. He look, that's the song I was about to come on with. So he played it. So I was like, dang, all right, so let me find another one. The next song I found, song I found was the same thing. I was like, all right, bet. Okay.
Well, you're in the BPM.
At this point, I was like, at this point, just let him do what he want to do. When you about to bring me on, I find a song. How about that?
Yeah.
And that was the whole thing. So again, but it boils down to, you know, I was left with maybe about 13 songs that I had to come up with that nobody else played that night.
Right.
But I was able to do it. You know, I was able to do it because you know your music. You know your crowd. And again, being humble enough, I was like, I don't have to play the bangers. They're already going to do it. You know, I'd rather let them guys shine and do it. I'm okay with that.
I can rock what I want to rock and have a set and still build off of it.
Right.
Mark?
I got a question.
Well, what up, Marcj?
It's a lot of music out there, and you know, there's no matter, unless you run on an 8-hour set. If you open in 1 hour, I still got 3 hours and a whole lot of music. If you open in 2 hours, I got 2 hours and a whole lot of other music. So it's, you know, that some DJs go overboard opening DJs, but if you got a DJ that knows how to open,
I've been there.
Out there for everybody. Play the bangers. Go do your thing, bro.
Shout out DJ Kareem for not taking too hard on me back in the day. I used to open, man. I just used to try and show off, DJ man. Pump. I'm like,
go ahead, Bob. Go ahead, Bob. Yeah, go ahead, Bob.
Just quick question, like, how do y'all feel about playing a song twice? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Marcj, you got a lot of music out there, but me personally,
I want to hear what you do.
I can't play a song twice. It hurt my feelings.
Unless you a bride or a groom and you paying me or tipping me really hard 2 times, you should have been there when I played it the first time.
Boom.
You should have been there.
Yikes. Do we think that's a DJ stigma thing, or do we think that people actually look less of us for doing so?
You know, I'm gonna be honest. I played the same song twice in one night.
Yep.
But the second time I play it, I play a different mix or different produced. The way it's been produced different.
Yes.
So it's not the exact same. I'm not going to drop the same track, but I will drop a different version of that track.
100%.
That makes a difference. But me personally, I don't know. You got to have the right tip for me to play it twice. And I say that because I'm only saying that because if I go out somewhere, I don't want to hear the same song twice. So when I DJ, I'm thinking about what I might want when I'm out having a good time with my old lady or something. You know what I'm saying? So if I want to go out and have a good time, I don't want to hear the same song twice. So as a DJ, why am I going to do that to y'all?
Well, you know what I'm saying? To answer that though, it's like if I played it early enough, where it's not going to interfere with
9:15, like early happy hour stuff, and it wasn't prime time.
And you know, and personally, if I could drop it again during peak time, and it's going to work, I'll do it because 9 times out of 10, the people that are there at 8 or 9 o'clock
out of here
still ain't there. You know, they're not there anymore. So I have to force the crowd, and we all know between 11:15 and 11:45, that room doesn't flip. You got
out and in.
Yeah, right. So. Well, it's an interesting phenomenon because, I'm 59, and I remember the days when we would go to parties and the DJ would play the song 3 times in a row.
Just running the long version, the extended cut.
And I remember going to parties and the same song would get played 5 times in the same night. And then now, it's a feeling you get when you have to, or when you get the tip to play that song twice, and it's like it's 8:30. You played it at 8:30. Now it's midnight, and it's not even the same crowd. The same group of people wasn't even there. But you as a DJ has an instinct to not play it, and you say, "Why?" Nobody has ever came to me and said that DJ played the same song twice in the same night. And it's not like you did 15 songs twice. It's that one song, Gin and Juice, you played it twice in the same night. It's like, it's like a curse. Like
what?
That's taboo, baby.
I guess
I stand corrected. You want to know why?
I'm listening.
I might start playing the same song twice because Kendrick Lamar he performed the same song 5 times in a row. Oh yeah,
y'all laughing.
From now on,
wop. I dropped it twice at a wedding.
But nobody is going to really come to us and fire us or tomorrow morning you say, that DJ played the same song twice, because you're only going to do it maybe 1 or 2 times, if that.
Maybe.
But I can see if you did it the whole night and then a guy dragged you out for it. But it's just amazing that we hold to that. But nobody is going to really honestly come to us and say, he played the same song.
How dare you? You played that already. Like,
nah, it's a personal preference, man. I can't.
That's what I
think.
It's
way too
That's
much
what
music out there, man. I can't do
I think
not that I won't do it. It's just the fact that we honored that as DJs.
Yes.
We honored that.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be. What's the worst that can happen, really?
A DJ's in here and he's gonna know that I played it twice.
Well,
like that's what it is.
Hey,
let's be real, man.
That's where I was going, yo.
That's it, baby.
DJs talk. I ain't lying to y'all.
Why I'm definitely and don't have his own part. I know he did.
That's true.
All right, so
the DJ police.
Y'all gotta realize, man. Everywhere you DJ, you might have a potential customer. So if that potential customer says, "Oh, he played the same songs twice, 3 times. I don't want to book him." You know what I'm saying? Like, or for a wedding or something. Don't nobody want to hear no same songs at a wedding like that. I think about it that way. When you said that, I was leaning towards that, Hammer. Because I'm like, yo, I don't know who's out here watching me. I gotta show off every time I get on.
Yeah.
But what about that person? But what about that person that didn't hear you play it the first time? That's gonna walk out of there and say, he didn't play no
my song. Yep.
He didn't play no. He didn't even play Sexy Red one time.
So I ain't gonna book him because he ain't played my song.
That's it.
And again, it goes back to the timing and if it's appropriate to play it a second time. That's
first of all.
Again,
if the party is 8 to 12.
Yeah,
if it's 8 to 12, on
8:30
on Instagram, and you coming in 10:15 and they play that song, I'm gonna come next week. Holler at me next week.
Look how absurd that is.
I'm sure the ball will appreciate it if you hear one change early.
Jay, have you had brides come up to you and tell you to play something again?
That's different.
Oh yeah, brides 100%. I have bridesmaids come up there and be like, I asked the bride again, like she said, go ahead. Sure,
if the name on the contract,
by all means.
If the name on the contract,
Mark, say that again.
I will play 5 times. If you how many again? Run it back.
You want it without the words this time? Let's do it. Like
we should have specified wedding. We should have specified wedding versus club because
that's what I'm saying. Clubs we're talking about. No,
club is different.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah. Because a wedding, that's
out
their
Wizzy
day,
in the
you know what I'm saying? If the bride want the song 5 times, 6 times in a row, I'm gonna play it 6 times in a row because it's their day. It ain't my day.
Literally ended my wedding on Sunday. I played a song 6 times on repeat at the end of the wedding because they wanted me to.
What song?
I couldn't tell you the name of it. It was the Ethiopian wedding. Shout out to Ethiopians. They be out here trying to get me in trouble.
Hey, name on the contract makes a huge difference.
Absolutely, every time.
Yes, it does.
And we're gonna and we got a couple of wedding DJs on here. We will break into that next week. We do have a special guest. It's been confirmed. Well, and I'm gonna stop telling people because the advertising is just crazy.
Yeah, you gotta stop doing that.
So we had to tune in to get the special guest.
Tune in 8 p.m. same time.
But like right now, these educational sessions for me because I'm learning. And for everybody involved. And the thing about it is we have more DJs that I can see checking in than anybody else, which is the most important thing. If you are not on the DJs Talk group,
private group chat group,
just jump
private group.
Yeah, it's a private group. We don't advertise it. We just talk DJ stuff. And y'all saw the post earlier. If you're already on it, a lot of other people are doing it. We need to be doing it.
Yeah.
Because I see here on my screen, I think we are the pioneers of the original DJing, whether it be especially the club DJ, especially the underground DJs, wedding DJ stuff. I'm gonna say for real, we taking over. That's just the way I feel about it. And when I say us, definitely not a prejudice statement, but
that's hilarious.
It is what it is what it is. It is what it is because a lot of people,
I left the door cracked. Come on through.
Yeah, I mean that's I try to keep it 100.
Look, that's the real. We talked about it.
What are you saying, Mark? What are you saying? What is
we talked about it? Yeah, say it then. DJs Talk.
Shout out to DJ Foot. Here we go.
Every time. Let's run into it. I'm here. What up, number?
No. On a serious note, I feel more Caucasian couples, with the exception of the initial presentation, prefer us. because of what we bring to the table. Now, the initial presentation, I will give it to others. They do it a lot better than we do. They put a lot more money and invest a lot more money into the advertising, the promotion, into the business, which I credit them for. However, when it comes to execution, I think they prefer us a lot better if you do it right. If you do it right. Now, that's the thing that we have to get better at, doing it right. We can only hold ourselves accountable for doing it right.
Say it again.
There's only a lower no matter of fact, keeping it 100. There's only a lower percentage of us that do it right. I'm looking at a couple of people on my screen that do it right.
Absolutely.
A lot of people that take all these things, these big high-end weddings, just because you pricing it at $500 when you know your ass shouldn't be, you ain't doing it right.
I'll make a bag.
$500. You ain't even analyzing what you're supposed to be doing for that wedding. So I know you're not doing it right.
You don't know, right?
But if you are doing it right, then you crazy. But as far as us need to move that needle, because whether it be Black business owners or just people that I'm looking at on my screen, we need to move. It's up to us to move that needle, because there's a whole lot of money out there, and there's no reason why this person, me looking at me, y'all know what I'm talking about, should be getting paid 20% less because of that. But I consider myself a person that's doing it right. And I'm still learning. Still will continue to learn to continue to do it right. Y'all see all the videos, it looks good, but I'm still trying to do it right. I'm trying to do it like they do it.
Of course.
They getting $3,000 for weddings, but we arguing about $700 to $800 trying to explain that. Why?
Been preaching it for years, baby.
It's
preaching it for years.
It's our area too. I found that out. So I don't know if y'all know, I done branched out in the different areas.
Yeah.
And a lot of it's got to do with our area in Richmond. I'm gonna be straight with y'all. I go to Fredericksburg, I go to DC, Northern Virginia, I get what I ask for.
But
in Richmond,
is that a area thing though, or is that a something that we've created? The fact that you can make the next phone call and they'll somebody will coach you for $700. I mean, that's what I don't.
Is it an oversaturation? I guess is more so what you're saying.
It's kind of a little bit of both, because it's area. All right, so I'm the wedding DJ that goes to do bridal shows at different states, different areas. Fredericksburg, I get Black people coming to me, pay me the whole $3,000 on the spot in my face. I come in Richmond, I gotta beg and plead
for a deposit.
Then they gonna call me later, and then they say, "Well, no, I found somebody else for a better price." Always happen. I rarely do bridal shows in Richmond. I do maybe one.
I don't know, yo,
because I go to DC, I go to Fredericksburg, I go to Northern Virginia. I'm going to other states. I can get my money.
Yeah.
Here is just a problem. I'm just telling y'all straight up. I've been dipping in this junk for 5-6 years.
You seem like you got a different experience.
Well, and this is something I've been preaching for years, because I was one of the first wedding DJs that took a chance, Black wedding DJs, and said, "I'm gonna get what I'm worth." So, since 2000s, I was getting $1,200, $1,500, $1,700, and up. Now I'm between $21,000 and $3,000 on a regular, and that's in Richmond, because I don't want to have to travel and go to another market.
Right.
I know what I'm worth in Richmond, and
so do
I'm
they.
going to sell myself at that price point, and I get it on a regular. I get it here in Richmond because I don't want to go nowhere. I'm not going up the road 2 to 3 hours to get my money. I'm going to go 20 minutes and get my money. So that's why I align myself with the venues that cater to the high end.
That's it.
The wedding planners that cater to the high end. That's the circle I want to run in, because number one, I don't want to deal with, having to negotiate with, Shaniqua, and Tyrone.
Go
say, I got $700. That's not my client. That client is a client that's at the Jefferson that's dropping $45,000 to $50,000
already. Yeah.
So
before me,
paying for me is a drop in the bucket. So
and the last 2 years, last 2 years, yes, that has been happening here in this area, because I've allocated more to vendors than to people. Right. I've made more connections with vendors when they see the business and see what I bring and see what I'm bringing to the table. The vendors are more like, "Oh, we want you in this space," and they put us out there.
But the problem is that I've just, and this is just my experience.
Yeah.
For years, I have been trying to bring us along, saying the money is out there. I mean, I've done, and I'm not throwing out names, I have radio DJs that I try to bring along with me, saying, hey, the money is out there. All you have to do is do this. All you have to do is do this. You have to know, you have to have that self-worth. If you don't think you're worth $2,500, you're not going to charge $2,500.
Right.
I got mixed show DJs on the radio that, all I need is 700. All I need is 800.
Yep.
No,
not over here.
Bro,
yeah, you can do that by yourself.
So,
yes,
bro, they are paying $20,000 for these venues, though.
Right.
You are the first person in, the last person to leave. Well, the photographer's probably
for the most part.
They leave earlier.
But you
So
gotta
therefore,
educate these people as far.
That's the whole thing, exactly.
And
but if you're charging that price, you have to deliver
a product that is worthy of that price.
If you're charging that price, you have to deliver.
Yeah, delivering the product ain't the problem.
And
you
even
just showing up
even deeper than that, right? Exactly.
You have to bring the product because if they are used to driving a Mercedes and a Ford pulls up the DJ at a wedding, you know what I'm saying, as far as the product, I'm rolling with Mercedes. I don't want a Ford DJ.
Right.
I want somebody that's going to get it done.
Right.
That's
right.
In my opinion.
And a lot of it's even before you get to that, because this is marketing, this is video, this is capturing the product that you're trying to advertise and get to people to even justify charging that much. So you got to put the money into marketing. You have to capture the moments and when you're doing these weddings to even get people interested in thinking that you're even worth more than Joe Schmo down the block. They want to do it for $500 to $700.
And it's your reputation when you do these weddings. It's the follow-up. Again, I posted, every Monday I write a handwritten thank you note.
That's it.
To my client.
I saw that.
Did you add my name? By the way? I told you to add my name.
And that goes a long way. 80% of my gigs are based on referrals from previous people.
Right.
Right.
Because
and that right there,
wrote me a note.
And that right there is the key, is your clientele. Is that I don't do a lot of weddings, but about 2 years ago I did a Jewish wedding, a Jewish couple. I did a Jewish event that led me into that culture. And when I was quoting my prices, and I was at the point where I was okay. I'm going to quote with no fear. I'm going to quote the lose. Yeah. They didn't ask any questions. How much you charge to do a wedding? Oh, $1,500. They didn't blink. Well, what I get? They didn't ask for lighting, smoke, gobo projector, nothing. And so I said, well, whoa. But you do the same black couple. They're negotiating cake. They looking at the wedding. They got little flowers that they want to give everybody that come to the wedding that they paid $1,000 for. Then they want to give you $800. It's like, like they gave the cake lady $800. They want to give you, $550. So it's the clientele. I don't even want to negotiate with them. I don't even want to, engage in it because I know they're not good.
There's nothing wrong with that. I hear what you're saying. There's nothing wrong with, your budget is your budget. What you what you earn is what you earn. Mm-hmm. I'm not knocking it. That's it. If you only can afford $800 for a DJ, that's fine. And I've done $800 weddings. I'm just saying I prefer.
And we're allowed to prefer.
Exactly.
And don't get me wrong. Richmond does have the market here. We one of the richest places in the state. However, I've gotten a lot quicker reaction and more from Fredericksburg area in Northern Virginia. It's just the way it is.
Of course.
I did an Indian wedding. They paid $20,000 just for the catering, just to have the catering so they can bring their own food in.
Right.
Exactly. Money's no object.
That's great.
Exactly.
And by the way, that Jewish wedding was near Richmond. What's the town near Richmond called? Charleston, Chesterfield.
Yeah.
Chesterfield. That wedding I did was in Chesterfield.
Yeah.
And so
nice weddings out there.
Yeah. And for the viewers, just to throw that caveat out here, we're not making this a racial thing. Number one,
not.
Because I hold the DJ, and part of the reason for this podcast is to hold ourselves accountable for things that we can do better. Because if we're not properly explaining our value to you, then you should expect to pay a lower price. You know, now if we explain it more, or I take that back, you're seeing right now, you're seeing a better quality of individuals across the board where you say, hey, this is what he's offering, and then our prices should be somewhere similar. So then again, it's up to you to make the decision on that high-end DJ or that peanut gallery DJ.
Yeah.
You know? So definitely not making this ratio.
I got something serious to say about that. You brought up a point. Me personally, Mark, I love what you're doing with this DJ's talk because I am a part of a few other DJs that do this on a different level. And I always said, why aren't we doing this on that level? Getting together like some of the other DJs. It's not a racial thing. I'm just being real.
Collaborative.
You know, a collaborative thing where we can make our value more and show and teach different people. I have DJs work with it, and I've showed them to how to be better in the wedding and corporate venue status. You know what I'm saying? But we need to get together and show everybody because not everybody knows. And what they're doing and what some other DJs are doing that are outside of what this is going on here is they're bringing together and it doesn't look like us. And we created this.
That's real.
We created
100% real.
True.
And it don't look like us. True. The bigger section, it doesn't look like us. But we created this. And that's something I saw a few years back. And I'm like, we need to really get into that area too, where we are teaching. I'm teaching the girls class right now.
Yeah.
And Girls for a Change, trying to bring more females into DJing. So, you know, that's my goal. So I like this. That's why I wanted to join in because it's not enough of us to come together, collaborate, share our knowledge, know what we know, and give it to each other so we can grow. That's just my little 2 cents on it.
And there's people out there that you know either learn or have something to teach. And again, the levels, no matter what level you're on, whether it be a beginner, intermediate, or you consider yourself a pro, you know, we just have to stick together. It's a brotherhood, and I stick strong to that. Y'all see me out, you know, doing that. I'm every post y'all. How many of y'all post I haven't liked? Y'all won't find that, you know. But then again,
I'm gonna check.
No, check it though. We gotta check.
I will. I'm gonna check you as soon as we off of here because you be lying to me.
If you go on your Facebook,
I ain't see you like my stuff.
But no, go ahead, Mark. You real?
And you push.
That's a true statement.
And then you go into how many DJs out here that you know that look you in your face and say, "What's up?" But haven't liked the first damn post that you posted, haven't shared anything. That's on us. That's on us. If I'm not working that day, I'm gonna like your stuff. You know what? Just because I'm strolling through Facebook and I'm gonna like it because you know what?
Already there.
Algorithm, bam, just do it. But how many people don't do that? It takes more energy not to like your post than it does to like your post if I see it in front of my face. That's the problem I have with us. Okay, so
share what it means.
Yeah, if it's they looking in on us, what we do, we have to be internally responsible and hold ourselves accountable for bringing us up because they not gonna bring it up. They not gonna.
I love when you like my post. Anybody watching this broadcast right now, I love likes, comments, and shares because I don't want people to feel like they don't know what that does for us because that is a whole excuse in itself. Like somebody scrolling might not know, oh, this like could help him do whatever or have some other eyes on this. That comment actually boosts how this appears in the algorithm. People don't know the ins and outs of how social media works because there's a lot to it.
For free.
There's a lot to it.
Look, they might have 5,000 followers or friends.
Yeah, hit a share.
You know what I'm saying?
Hit a share.
So, yeah.
It means way more than just a click, you know, and it don't take a lot.
Even if you can't come to the event or if you're not going, like it, share it.
I ain't begging for subscribers yet.
But I'm gonna touch on this Richmond thing though, man, because
I like that
with the weddings, because a lot of my weddings, upcoming and priors, they are Richmond people, but they're going outside of Richmond to book their venues and everything else, and bringing me along with them.
Yeah.
So I'm in one of those because I'm right there with you. I don't really like the Richmond clientele either for the most part. But these Richmond people that's been booking me are going to Charlottesville to these high dollar events.
Yes.
They're going to Fredericksburg. They're going outside
Bigger
of Richmond
venues.
to get these venues, and they're bringing me along with them.
Yes.
And Debonair, I like what you do because you seem to have some type of marketing with these venues that you go to, because you at Mill and Pine Creek all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like you DJ there one time, then you get in with the vendors and you like, oh, get in with the venue, and you're like, oh, got him now. And I'm like, how the hell does he do that? Because he's there every time I turn around, he's at the same spot. I want to do the same thing. Yes, I want to do the same thing because I'm like, yo, if I go out here to Fredericksburg or to Charlottesville to do this venue or do this wedding at this venue, I want to talk like you talk to these people to let me continue to get this same venue, because that venue ain't but 45 minutes away, and they paying like $25,000 for this venue.
A lot of that is
job and follow up.
Right. That's it. Follow up.
That's
get me in the door.
I'll send an email to the venue saying, hey, thank you for
a good job and follow up.
That,
you know,
if you're looking for, boom, right.
Build that relationship. And
a lot of
people, coordinator is on that wedding or at that venue, hit them up after the event and say, hey, it was great working with you. Can't wait till the next time.
And
it's staying in their face.
That's
staying in their face.
I seen your cards go out. Like that's I can't match that. I can't match that.
What, cards?
Man,
you ain't got cards?
Have you seen his letters that he sent out?
Look at that. It's on his Facebook.
I know it's on his Facebook. I'm not going to spoil it. People need to go check out his Facebook if they want the game.
Check out my man Devin.
Check this out on your weddings, and I'm going to say, especially the ones that are reputable and the high end weddings. The first thing you do when you get there, you identify who's in charge. Identify if it's the wedding coordinator or the person that's in sales for the weddings, who they are. You know, hey, how you doing? Introduce yourself and make sure that they know exactly who you are. Because if you execute that night and they're there, that is golden. Exhibit A. Where I was at this past weekend, I was at the John Marshall. I'd met her before, but the prior to that, she got off and she didn't help her staff. This weekend, she helped her staff. We had a strong conversation after we were done. The email went out this morning.
Yeah,
you know, and I know Steve and Eric and then y'all are in there. You know, I can't care about that. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, but that preferred vendors list is the strongest thing ever in the wedding.
Get me in the door, and I can take it from here.
So
that is the mentality.
You spoil Eric's secret though. That's strong. That's the.
But it ain't no secret. I've been doing that for a minute. That ain't no secret. Not for me. I've been doing that for a minute.
It's not a secret.
And I walk in a venue with my brochure and find the person and give it to them
up front.
Like you're gonna need this later. Footsies. Yeah. I got my stuff in my hand. I got it in my car. I got brochures in my car. Here you go, ma'am. This is what we do. After the end of the night, I'll talk to you. Boom, boom, boom. You got to go in there prepared.
I get that, but is it more or less of them upcharging their price and including you as a DJ, or are you still going in there solo as your company?
Oh, you mean for venues, like for getting on a preferred vendor list?
Yeah,
it's like okay, number one, it's sales. When you a lead is sales. You know, and I've said it before. I invite all DJs to take a sales class. You know, because number one, you have to feed people that are the key elements to put you in contact with the people that are coming in. You know, like if a person sitting at a desk and they are the sales representative for this ballroom, that's who you need to be talking to. Right. That's who you need to be emailing. Bring them donut. What's your favorite candy? What's your favorite color? I don't care what you have to do, especially if they're getting continuous
Starbucks gift card.
High end weddings. That is grand because we same thing at Comcast. When I used to go to feed these people. Do what you got to do.
Yeah,
they can bring you.
I haven't had much success with the venue owners because they at least talk to all you guys. Not only I got my brochure, the 6 of you guys have brought their brochure too. I've had the most success with the caterer. That is the caterer is my friend. and the caterer is often paid the most, and usually they're booked way out, and they're never without a gig, and so the caterer.
That's a good point too, Craig.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you something.
They're set up the same time you're set up. You want to make sure you get your meal at the event too. And the caterer, usually I get my best referrals from the caterer. And then the thing about the caterer, they know all the venues too. And they've been to an event where there was a bad DJ, and they know all the planners. And they, and so the caterer to me has been the best for me. And so I would not, and I ignored the caterer for the longest, thinking it was the venue manager or the director or the event planner.
Travis, you're gonna make sure you get that food, right?
Yeah. Hey, it's in the contract. I tell you that much.
Travis gonna make sure you get that meal, boy.
I gotta eat.
I went to a conference years ago, one of the national DJ conferences, and there was a guy speaking, and I took this away. Again, like I said, this was like back in the mid 2000s, and I've been using it ever since. And it's bold, but it's simple. I ask for referrals. So when I talk to these venues, I talk to these wedding planners, I straight up ask for referrals. You can't be afraid to ask for referrals.
Yeah.
Just ask. All they can say is no or not do it.
No,
yeah.
I'm gonna check.
That's it.
Because
So, like, but you're is it a referral? Or are you in their package deal with the video?
No. I used to do package deals.
Yeah.
I don't do package deals anymore. So I used to be part of it was what is it, someplace out in Ashland. So
I know what you're talking about because I was talking to that lady.
Right. Yep. Yeah, I was part of their package. So when you booked the venue, I came along. Yes. And I gave them a price break based on the volume. They were giving me 27 dates a year. I'm like, okay, I'll do it for X. But then it got kind of, they were stretching. It went from 5 hours to 6 hours, 7 hours.
Now you're doing a full day.
It's not working. That's not working for me. So I'm not part of the package. But when I do go talk to these sales managers at venues and wedding planners, I just say, hey, do you mind referring us? Do you? But that's based off of they've seen our performance. They know how we execute. So me asking for that referral, they already have an idea of what I'm asking, what they're asking, what they're going to present to their client. They're like, yo, he's worth a look. He's worth looking at, and that's it. But yeah, ask. All he can say is no or not do it.
That's it. And I think even like to piggyback on that, like you take the video and the pictures. I'm gonna keep going back to content because the reality is out of sight, out of mind. But if I have these videos and these photos and I tag this venue's page every once in a while to keep reminding them that, hey, I still pay attention, like I'm still promoting your venue, they're more than likely going to call you over somebody who's just, oh, they were here just for another weekend. Like we do gigs every weekend. Oh, they just dropped a pamphlet off to me. They don't really pay attention to what we got going on throughout the year. It's way easier to get on somebody's rotation if you're engaged in promoting that space. Like it's not just another venue. So there's definitely different ways to go about it after that initial,
right.
Here's my information. Here's my package. This is what I do. Great event. See you soon. Right.
And trust is a big part of it. The venue, trust is a very big part of it. Showtime, you mentioned the mill, I know I'm out there a lot of times, but people don't realize I've been out there for 16 years, doing weddings for 16 years. Mm-hmm. And, I become part of their family. I've done, the owners, I've done 3 of their kids' weddings. I'm doing one in November because, if I'm in their family, they're helping me, say if I feel that we are connected like that, I am going to be top of mind awareness. I'm going to be the first call. I'm going to be the first person that they refer. Mm-hmm. There's a joke about, that mill. They have a list of preferred vendors, but my name is written in up top. So you know what I'm saying? So that's the one that's going to catch your eyes, the one that they handwritten, say, call this guy. But it came from being consistent. It came from saying thank you. And it came from being out there and just checking on and say, hey, how are you guys doing? What's going on?
I like this question. Mm-hmm. I like this question. Shout out, play that in the chat. So question came from another podcast. Does your contract state that footage you captured can be used or cannot be used for promotional purpose?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
you give them the option to be like, no, I'm good, or yes.
Exactly.
And there are some that will strike it and say, no, we don't want our
I've seen that.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
It's in my contract. Any photos or video I take, I can use to promote my business.
Do you still use it regardless?
Notice Sunday when I posted that video, the first video that I posted had the bride and groom's first dance.
Yeah.
She was texting me. She said, well, I wanted to keep that sacred. So I posted another one, snipped it out.
See?
Nobody noticed that, I don't think, but it's just
that's why I asked. I was like, yeah, there's
I had to
ways.
do the same thing at a wedding too. One of the guests was pregnant, and they was like, "Hey, could you take that picture down? We don't really have to redo the video."
Hit the blur feature on them.
And we get paid enough to make those small changes,
right?
And your rate should account for any and everything over and beyond what you have to do, even if it's equipment maintenance, even like Exhibit A. If this is crazy, side subject, PRX1 JBL users. One of my jumps went blue. It went blue. I mean,
at that wedding,
I rocked that with one speaker and a thumb 80.
A monitor. I saw it on your cart.
I was right there because
I didn't know it went out.
It wouldn't, for some reason, it wouldn't play. I got another one that should be arriving tomorrow.
Update your firmware.
But
you don't know why that happened?
Dude, I had somebody come there real time and try to diagnose it between ceremony and cocktail hour, and it's something with the tube, because I did everything. No, wasn't a XLR, wasn't the top
JBL. Column. We still love you.
It was the actual sub.
I use those speakers a lot.
Yeah.
It was, my antennas went up crazy. I was like, "What you mean it went out?"
Wait.
You gotta have a backup, and then that big room.
Go Evolve 50,
that's
baby.
what I was thinking about. Oh man.
But
I just like the JBLs, man.
Yeah,
I'm an EV person, but that PRX1s are incredible. And I'm an EV guy. But
PRXs is crazy.
Oh, Rod got the rain performer today.
That's shout out Rod for investing in the new.
If you don't get it today, it's gonna be on back order in 3 days. Promise you.
It's probably on back order now.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't need another 4 channel. Shout out NS73. Sorry.
Yeah, straight up. Yeah.
Come on, man.
Hold on, wait a minute. We are gonna do a I want to do a process and procedure on wedding DJs and what we do, so the customers can understand, and also the wedding DJs can kind of break down everything, not just for us because we know, but a lot of people out there and DJs as well that don't understand the hours that we put into that particular process and why we charge what we charge. I want to do something on that, but we're gonna get to that next week. We will have a special guest. I want to personally thank the people that are still on here and that came through. I want to thank the DJs that have been chiming in. That is extravagant. If y'all are not on DJs Talk group,
join the group.
I will approve you ASAP.
I approved 2 people while we was talking.
Yeah, and we talk about stuff that we just don't let out to the public because that's what we do. We keep that information sacred. But now this is the thing: be interactive with it. If you got a question, post it. If you got a comment, just post it. Don't be like you just watching in. That's the only thing that frustrates me personally. But that's a small ask. So we can do it quick. I'm just gonna let thank you, Steve. Thank you, Showtime. Thank you, Travis. And you already know. Thank you, DJ Hammer.
Thank you, Marcj, man. Thank you for putting this on, man. I appreciate the platform. Like, we need more of this. I'll preach it every week, man. Everywhere I'm at. Play that at the park on Friday. Pull up. I got you. I got you. Look, that's what we here for. We here to network. We here to converse, man, and we here to continue to share and transfer information. It'll get us at a higher place in this culture of DJ and music. Like, it's for the people who care about their reputation, care about what they're bringing to their clients, and just want to chop it up and be real. Because we ain't lying on DJ's Talk. It's Tuesday night.
Keep it 100. Keep it 100. Per DJ Foot. If you ask for it, damn it, you gonna get it.
You got it, Foot.
Hey, thank you, fellas, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. We will have all the information posted. Follow these guys.
Follow these gentlemen.
Follow Hammer. We officially out of here.
Marcj.
Damn, Marcj, where you find this?